Hello again there, folks. So I just thought that as a follow-up to the previous video where we outlined the blue and grey generals only challenge, I thought we would just have a quick look uh, to see who that actually leaves us with that we can choose from. Uh, so I'm just going to show you a few snapshots of a spreadsheet which I use. Um, I'll put a link to this in the comments down below. If anybody else wants to have a look at it, you're more than welcome. So yeah, this is the first slide, and it's just got the general sorted by name alphabetically. So yeah, just to kind of demonstrate the point of what the handicap is that we're dealing with here by using only the blue and grey ones. If we just have a look at the stats over here, the health, attack, and defense, and if we have a look at Alexander, look at his health there, then compare him to Ahsoka, who's below him, who's blue level, and then we've got a couple of purples, Attila and Barbarossa. See their health stats, so we've gone from 28, 19, 23, 27, and then Batu Khan, Grey General, who's got 14, 45. I mean, he's like just over half the health of Alexander. So yeah, just to kind of give you a rough idea of I guess kind of the weakness of the blues and greys compared to the purples and golds. So anyway, let's move on and have a look at who that actually leaves us with. Um, so we'll take a look at the artillery ones first. Just one thing to say, I guess, when I am um, building my team or thinking about my team, I like to think of it in three ranks. So you have the rear rank, which is artillery, the long range, because they can hit 3 hexes. Then the second rank, that would be the archers. They're kind of mid-range. Most of them can hit 2 hexes. There's a couple who can do 3 as well. And then you've got your front rank, which would be the infantry and cavalry. And personally, I like to choose between one or the other of infantry and cavalry, so that everybody in the front rank gets the benefit of commanders, the commander's attack boost, and if you have, say, 2 infantry commanders, then I would want them. I would want everyone in the front rank to get the benefit of that attack boost, rather than say one other infantry who'll get the boost and then one cavalry who wouldn't. So anyway, let's have a look at the artillery that we can choose from. We've only got the 3. Columbus, I don't like him at all, even though he does have technically pretty good stats compared to the others. If we just look at his skills, he's got explosive expert, that's nothing. Navigation, that's like rumour, but it's only water based, and you don't spend that much time in the water. So alert, that's rubbish as well. But Cleo and Khalid, they're both good value actually, and even if you don't use them for the for your first team, then they're pretty good squad players. I suppose I should explain what I mean by that. I was thinking the first team as your best 8. That's because in the campaigns, the regular campaigns and Empire mode, you can only field a maximum of 8 players, 8 generals, sorry. So I'm always thinking about who's going to be in my first 8. That's the first thing that I think about when I'm putting a team together. But now we can, in the hard mode, you can field up to 12. So then you're going to need 4 more. And then in the arena, you can field up to 16. So that's another 4. You don't necessarily have to play that. I think it's called Legion mode, is it? In the arena where you can field 16, but it's good to have the option. Um, So yeah, I mean the likes of Cleo and Khalid, even if you don't want them in your first team, they're still pretty good options to have for the arena and for your 12-man hard mode team. I mean, just have a quick look at them. Cleo, she gets rumour, that's useful, and mobility as well, so she can destroy. She can shoot. She can attack again after destroying the enemy. So as long as she destroys whatever she hits, then she gets another shot. And Khalid, obviously, you get his commander skill. And Spy is useful. Uh, Decreases the enemy's defense. And even get a little cavalry attack bonus there with the accuracy. So that's the artillery. I'm going to get both of them, Cleo and Khalid. If we have a look at archers next, quite a few to choose from there. And there's only really James Wolfe who's useless. The rest are all options. But I've decided that I'm going to go for definitely Moctezuma with his Cure Master and Leadership. That healing, that's going to come in handy because, as we've seen, the Blues and Greys do not have very good health. So anybody who can heal them, that's going to be very useful. And leadership. You always need leadership in your team. That's the one which reduces the enemy attack. So, yeah, you always want somebody with leadership. I would say at least two. And I'm also going to use Hua Mulan, Awakened. She can do a decent bit of damage. Once she's awakened, she's got the damage bonuses for infantry, cavalry. She's got braveness, and she's very cheap, and she gets awakened quite early, so she's worth having. I'm going to get Li Hongzhang as well, because he's one of the best generals anyway, and definitely one of the best blue ones. Excellent cavalry killer. He's got leadership and commander skill. So we're going to get him. The only downside with him is you don't get him till quite late on in the game. I can't remember now. I think it's industrial level when he's available. So yeah, somebody will have to take his spot in the meantime. And Pachacuti, Awakened Pachacuti is brilliant. He's like a one-man army, really. He's got his commander skill, he's got leadership, and he's got mobility, so he gets to kill again if he kills the enemy. The only downside with him is he comes in very late. He's the last one to that you can get from the arena. So yeah, very late game. But as soon as he becomes awakened, then yeah, like I say, he's straight in the team. And I might try and use him before then as well. We'll see. But I mean, 1200 health. Oof. And he doesn't have his leadership or his mobility. So yeah, maybe somebody will have to take his spot until he gets awakened. And for the front rank, we'll have a look at the infantry next. There's a few good ones there. I mean, Patain and Peter, two commanders, you know, they're making pretty good pair. And then, you know, if you have somebody, Awakened Beowulf, for example, he's pretty good with logistics. You know, you could give him one of the artifacts. And that'd be quite a good little unit, those three. But the downside with that plan is that Patain, he comes very late. I think he's industrial as well. And these guys down the bottom, these grey ones, not worth looking at. And so I've decided that for this game I'm going to have a front rank of cavalry, and I'm going to have Awakened Suri as a commander. She's pretty good. obviously the commander skill. Then you've got braveness. That means that she can hit without being hit back. All the cavalries get mobility, so multiple kills hopefully. And plunder means that she gets health back when she kills someone. 15% I think it is every time. So yeah, self-healing is always useful. And I mean, if we look at the difference in stats there with the awakened Suri compared to normal, quite aside from the better skills, she also gets an extra 350 health, 55 attack, 40 defense. So yeah, we're going to have her, and I'm going to have Edward as another commander, the Black Prince. He's useful. He's got leadership, and he's also got fort, which never used to be that useful, but it's quite handy in the Paris, the Paris missions. And yeah, he's got pretty good health and attack for a blue. And my buddy's using a General Ho Keeping. I don't know how to say that name. He's basically like Saladin, but not quite as good. But I've actually used him before, and I haven't used Hannibal, so this time I'm going to use Hannibal. He's going to be my main damage dealer with the commander boost from Edward and Suri. So yeah, I just wanted to give you my thoughts on building a team with this. That's enough for this video. I also have some generals galleries, so if you haven't seen those, be sure and check those out too. I'll leave a link in the description down below. Thank you for watching, and until next time, keep on playing.